The actions taken today by the White House split us apart instead of bringing us together.
Oh, no.
He's going to cry.
Tonight,
Don't cry, bro.
I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action
You do that.
with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods.
Okay.
This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives.
Wow.
Okay, so
Jeez.
so that sounds like some big numbers there, huh?
It does.
5% of U.S. imports come from Canada and Mexico. 5%. 75% of Canada's total imports come from the U.S.
Oh, wow.
Buckle
Really?
up, Canada. Sorry.
Alrighty.
But
Alrighty. Huh.
it's, I don't know, man. Oh, you got clip 24? Is Trump talking about the tariffs? Okay, cool.
All right.
Let's see.
Got 24. Donald Trump.
Planning to increase the tariffs against Canada? Well, it could happen. If they do anything, we will. Canada's been very abusive of the United States for many years. They don't allow our banks. Did you know that? Canada does not allow banks to go in. If you think about it, that's pretty amazing. If we have a U.S. bank, they don't allow them to go in. Canada's been very tough on oil, on energy. They don't allow our farm products in, essentially. They don't allow a lot of things in, and we allow everything to come in. It's been a one-way street. We subsidize Canada by the tune of about $200 billion a year. And for what? What do we get out of it? We don't get anything out of it. I love the people of Canada. I disagree with the leadership of Canada. And something's going to happen there. But if they want to play the game, I don't mind. We can play the game all they want. Mexico, we've had very good talks with them. And this is retaliatory. This is retaliatory to a certain extent. Millions of people flowed into our country through Mexico and Canada. And we're not going to allow that.
Wow. So there's going to be a rough patch with this trade war.
He even said so.
Yeah. There's going to be some pain involved. Prices are going to go up. And I think he's acknowledging that now. They will go up. But will it help in the long run? Maybe. And we'll see. The problem is he's trying to level the playing field because we are free traders. We've always believed in free trade. They don't. So they tax all of our products while we don't tax the ones that are coming in. And, you know, frankly, he's sick of it. I'm sick of it. This is an interesting way to go about it. We'll see if it works.
Yeah. And my only problem with this is that it appears on the surface, at least, to be in violation of the trade deal that he signed with Mexico and Canada. It doesn't expire until July 1st, 2026. That being said, I did a live stream last night, and some people were chiming in that, and I looked into this. By the way, China is using Mexico. So China's backdooring here. China's taking advantage of all the stuff that they're putting in Mexico to skirt around, and that's why I think this 10% thing is almost Trump saying, "We see you, China," because they're taking advantage of the USMCA, and they're on our doorstep, and we haven't even talked about the Panama Canal. Shout out to Marco Rubio. So I think this is more, and this is just me surmising, this feels almost like he's going after China more than Canada and Mexico, and he's trying to get Canada and Mexico to stop playing footsie with China. Yeah.
Right. And until the crisis is alleviated, this is from the White House, we are implementing this 25% additional tariff on Canadian and Mexican products, and except for energy resources that come from Canada, because we get some oil from them. So that'll be a lower 10% tariff.
Yeah.
But
I wish he would say, if it is China, I wish he would just say that. I don't know that that's what his target is. But I read through, I skimmed through the USMCA. I didn't see anything in there about, secure your border Again, if it's in there, I just missed it. But if that's a stipulation in there, then by all means, they're in violation of it. But I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see.
This will affect them more than us.
Oh, 100%.
Trade accounts for 67% of Canada's GDP. 73% of Mexico's GDP. And 37% of China's, whereas it accounts for 24% of ours.
And if other countries want to, push back in defense of Mexico and Canada, then we'll pull aid. We'll take some funds from NATO. You don't want to be messing with us, EU. It's nice to see American might used for a change, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And even if this is the only thing that I'm just a little bit hesitant on in the first 2 weeks of the Trump administration, like Trump's worst action is always going to be better than Biden's best action or what Kamala's best action would have been.
And because the underlying reasoning behind it is he's focused on America first.
Yes.
That's the difference. It's America first. And, you give him a lot of leeway just because of that. One of Canada's big CEOs, the CEO of their second largest company, is kind of behind the Trump moves.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Shopify guy?
Yeah. Yeah, the Shopify guy. Yep.
Saw that.
He said Canada thrives when it works with America together. Win by helping America win. Trump believes that Canada has not held its side of the bargain. And they haven't. These are things that every Canadian wants its government to do, too. They are not crazy. This is from the CEO of Shopify.
I know.
These are not crazy demands, even if they came from an unpopular source. Right. Unpopular to Canadians, probably. These tariffs are going to be devastating to so many people's lives and small businesses. So it's interesting because he's admitting what Trump is telling us, that Canada has taken advantage of us forever. All of our trade partners have.